coming up. Let's do it. I want you to get excited about your life.
Here we go, in 10.
Stand by, camera 6.
If it's happening now, we're going to deal with it now.
Stand by, Dr. Phil.
This is going to be a changing day in your life.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Dr. Phil Show. Mark Zuckerberg became a household name in his early 20s by developing the profound app Facebook in college. Here we sit down with one of the youngest self-made billionaires.
Thanks for coming on, Mark.
So, where are you from?
Well, I was born in White Plains, New York, but I grew up in a small village called Dobby's Ferry.
What was your childhood like?
I can't say I had too many hardships. My family was pretty well off. My mom was a psychiatrist, and my dad was a dentist. Together, they raised my 3 sisters and I. I can distinctly remember my friends and I drawing things, and then soon after I'd make a video game out of it, and we all the guys would play it, and it was just fun time.
When did you become interested in technology?
Since a young age, I got my first computer when I was 10, and at the age of 12, I know, very young, I made what's called the Zucknet, Zucknet, and we used it all around the house. It was a messaging system, and my dad actually used it in his work for the prototype, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of the guys used it.
How was high school for you?
The main thing was that I was very passionate about programming, and that's what I spent a lot of my time doing. If I wasn't programming, I was fencing. I actually became my school's fencing captain. So that was a main chunk of my high school. So yeah.
So, at Harvard, why did you decide to major in psychology and computer science?
Obviously, like I said, I'm very into computer sciences and programming. I definitely knew that's what I wanted to do with my life when I made a music software app called Synapse, and a lot of companies were looking into it, and I declined their offers. Even Microsoft, Bill, I declined you. Bill. Okay, I declined you. But yeah, that was mainly when I knew I wanted to make a career in programming and computer science.
You dropped out of college. How come?
Mainly because I thought I could find more opportunities elsewhere, and expand my options. In my sophomore year, my buddies and I, the guys, we created Harvard Connection. It was a dating site for us to connect people on the campus, and there's a lot of positive feedback. But I thought that if I can make this much of an impact just in Harvard, what could I do in a major world?
What were some hardships or struggles for you?
A few years after Facebook launched, some of the guys, the boys who helped me launch Harvard Connection, accused me of stealing some of their code for the software. But I declined that, and I tried to work it out with them. We're not the closest anymore, but it kind of hurts me because I did not steal any code. Not any of it was intended for Facebook.
How do you thought this Facebook scandal would be the downfall of your career?
I didn't think it was the downfall because how big this browser and this app has become. I know there's a lot of supporters, but I think we could have gotten through anything.
We know you've gotten a lot of questions about the recent hearing. What was your reaction after the original Harvard Connection settlement?
Honestly, I'm just relieved that it's over after 4 long years of battling that case. I'm very glad that Divya Narendra can join the Facebook team. He's a very hard worker and deserves to be here as much as anybody else.
How do you feel about people accusing you of being a lizard.
Well, I don't really understand allegations and where they really came from. I've heard lizard, I've heard robot, I've heard lizard robot. I'm not really, I'm not really sure where it came from, but yeah, psh. If you want to know whether or not I'm lizard, it's a no.
A few months ago, the personal data of 50 million Facebook users was hacked. What are your thoughts on that?
It was obviously a major breach in trust. Myself and the Facebook team are very, very sorry for what had happened. It's our responsibility to protect our users' data, and if we can't do that, then we shouldn't have the opportunity to do so. And yeah.
Going forward, what are your plans to prevent this from happening?
In the future, we're going to really make sure that our team's communication is more fluent. And if we see anything sketchy, like what was going on, we'll make sure to shut it down right where it was. We're definitely not going to see this in the future, but we'll take many precautions to make sure that is so.
Thanks for being here, Mark.
Coming from a humble background, Mark Zuckerberg made himself big in the tech industry, inspiring many other self-entrepreneurs around the world.
Well, can we get some napkins here, please? Please, napkins. Oh, shoot. Okay.
Are you okay, Mark?
Napkins. No napkins anymore. Are there any napkins? Napkins?